anybody is looking to grow your referral business, and who doesn't love repeat referral business? And Curtis, with the owner of AM Cards, which is a service that I use as well, is here to share with us some secrets. So 30 days to get listings using AM Cards. And I know, knowing Curtis, he's got some other gems as well up his sleeve. And my name is Tara Carter. I am your LCA moderator in the Fort Lauderdale area, and excited to flamingo with you today again, Curtis.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me on. Thank you so much. This is blast. I love doing this kind of stuff and sharing some tips and tricks to help people, grow their business, especially with appreciation marketing. And so we're going to dive into some referral secrets today. But before we dive into some referral secrets that I'm going to share, what I really want to talk about is the psychology of a referral. So like putting ourselves in the best possible position to earn referrals. We'll share some referral secrets, and then I'm going to wrap up today and talk about AM Cards and how you can earn some listings this month, as well as automating your appreciation, because oftentimes things don't get done if you don't have systems, if you don't have some automation tools. And this day and age where we're so crazy with technologically, we're fast paced, there's so much going on digitally, that by doing something old school, which used to be that in order to get a referral, it was a personal recommendation, customer to customer, or direct mail, something showing up in your mailbox, which we're going to talk about today, kind of bringing back some old school and then marrying it with some new school technology. And then also going to the yellow pages. That's how somebody found a business. But what's crazy is that what we have with this digital has changed the game forever, because with a quick Google search, you can find something or someone cheaper and faster. You think about it, right?
That or a face Google search.
Face Google search.
Facebook, you just search and ask for somebody, who do you know that I should know? And it tells you sometimes faster than Google.
How dodoes that work? It's Facebook?
It's just Facebook. You put a status, but I call it face Google.
That's amazing. I love that. Because it's right at our fingertips. And really, the good news is, if you're watching this, you're most likely a real estate agent. And the good news is that consumers are still craving authentic, trustworthy experiences, which are actually delivered by a human and someone believable, and that adds value. And so when we talk about psychology of referral, actually, can I share my screen for a second? I want to dive into this real quick before. Let me see if I can share my screen.
I love that you're going to go through kind of the psychology and the meaning behind it and kind of how it works, because I think people need to understand that part before you can really understand, like, oh, what exactly is a referral?
Exactly. And what is a referral? Like, people say, oh yeah, people think they know what a referral is, but oftentimes people don't have any plans to earn referrals. They don't put together systems in place. They put together systems like, I want to buy these leads, or I want to do this, or I want to pay for this sponsorship, where they're not doing little things that add up to be able to earn referrals. See, I'm going to talk in a little bit that you don't just get a referral. You earn a referral. You earn referrals. You don't get referrals. You get leads by what you do. I'm a realtor. You earn referrals by who you are and how you're showing up in people's lives. So that's what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about real quick for the psychology of a referral, and then we're going to get into some referral secrets. But see, here's some questions that your customers are consciously or subconsciously asking themselves. So here's one. Will my friends love Tara? So if I refer somebody to Tara, will my friends love Tara, right? Will my friends be impressed that I know Tara? Will my friends perceive me as knowledgeable if I refer Tara? Will my friends appreciate my generosity rather than my self-interest? And what that means is, what's in it for them versus what's in it for me. So if you perceive yourself, if you're giving away a referral because you're going to be getting something in return, sometimes that could be a little risky. All right. I think that people understand what I'm talking about there. So overall, this is the question that they're asking themselves.
I love that.
Will Tara make me look good? Because see, if the social capital of referring is greater than the social risk, you will earn referrals. However, if the social capital is less than the social risk, they remain quiet. They don't open their mouth. They're not sharing. They're not sharing. So like, I want to ask you this question, Tara. Who is it that you love referring business to? And anybody, any business, anything. Is there somebody that pops into your mind that you just love to send them business?
Yeah, my lender, my handyman, and my painter.
Lender, handyman, and painter. So, and I want you, but for those of you guys that are watching this, put in the chat, like, or just share, like, type in a couple of businesses that you like. Cause I know some people say, oh, I just love to, not everybody goes there, but I love talking about my hairdresser. My hairdresser is amazing. Like, they're so fun. What's that?
Hairdresser is a good one. She's awesome.
So let me ask you, Tara, why is it that you absolutely love referring your painter, for instance? What about him?
Energetic person, and I know that whoever he's going to, even if he doesn't get hired, I know that they're going to be so happy that they met him, even though he's not even the cheapest. His energy and his customer service, I just love so much. I get really, really excited when I go to give him a referral because I know he's going to go someone's dead.
And listen up, folks. So you guys listen to Tara saying this, like, his energy, obviously his charisma, he does a great job. And nowhere in there did you say that he was the cheapest.
No, he's not.
He may not be. However, you know that going out on a limb and referring them, that's trust. But you're referring them and you just shared a whole bunch of characteristics. And at the end of the day, does he make you feel appreciated when you send him business?
He's very, very grateful to where now he lets me know when he goes in and paints people's houses and he knows they're getting ready to sell. He asks them if they hired an agent and send me their info.
That's awesome. And what about your lender? Why is it your lender that you love sending him business?
Because she's incredible. She's like my twin. So she is the type of person that will literally bend over backwards, will answer a phone at any given time, will drop what she's doing at a dime. She's always so positive. So positive. She's like a bright light.
See, and everybody needs to surround this. If you want to earn referrals, put yourself in the position of somebody else. Because Tara, I know you actually show up in your clients' lives exactly the way that you're explaining the team that you surrounded yourself with. What you were just saying about your painter, what you just shared about your lender, and I'm sure there's very similar qualities with your handyman that goes along the same way. So like when you think about who you love referring business to, think about the qualities and the characteristics that they have and put yourself in the receiving shoes. Like, okay, how does it make me feel? And then therefore giving out. So why? I just asked you, why is that? So I always think about this a lot, like, because what we need to do is to earn more referrals, how you manage expectations, how you handle the little details, and who you associate with really does matter. So what you just said, Tara, who you associate with matters, because when you send somebody, it makes you look good. And it goes back to those questions that I asked in the beginning, because those questions right here that I asked, will my friends love your handyman? You know that they'll love them, right? Will my friends be impressed that I know this painter, this lender? At the end of the day, it makes you look good. And therefore it makes you even more referable when you have an amazing team around you. So I'm going to transition here for a second. Why your customers? So we know now some of the reasons, some of the characteristics makes you referable, but why is it your customers will not come back to you in the future? Here are the top, here's the number, and I'm going to share the number one reason why your customers not come back to do business again or refer you business. So here are the ones. Number one out of 10 will die. It's true. Three will relocate. 5 will go with a friend in the future. Why they won't come back themselves. 9 will be stolen from a competitor. Maybe they saw a postcard come in the mail, or they saw an ad online, or for whatever reason. 14 will go with a lower price, maybe a lower price commission or whatnot. And 68 out of 100 will go elsewhere to work with another realtor or refer another realtor because of perceived indifference. 68 out of 100.
Wow.
And so somebody like, so, well, they're looking at this saying, what the heck, what really is perceived indifference? Perceived indifference is a fancy way of saying that you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you care. You know that you care. But if the perception is that you don't care, then guess what the reality is?
They don't care.
That you don't care. That you don't care. So it's perceived indifference is why customers will not come back. And there's a big difference between a lead and a referral. So I want you to think about that for a second. And then look at this for a second. Like, if you have to ask for a referral, it's not a referral, it's a lead. Because you don't just ask for referrals, you deserve them. You deserve them by how you show up, as I mentioned before. So you get a lead by what you do. You earn referrals by who you are and how you show up in people's lives. So one of the things that we need to ask ourselves, if you're trying to build a business by referral, is asking yourself, how am I showing up in people's lives? Am I adding value? And Tara, you're adding value to me and you don't even know you're adding value to me, because your Facebook posts, your Instagram posts, it's mixed with, yes, your life and fun. And then you're also posting, oh, this is a new investor. I'm hopping out on his boat to go tour some islands to go. So, I mean, and then I get to see some of the stuff that you're doing, some of the buildings that some of the people you're representing and stuff. And like, you're talking about South Florida and you're always highlighting South Florida. And you're the first person that comes to mind to me when I think of South Florida real estate.
Well, I love that.
And you're doing, but I think there's a lot of people that are in your circle that feel the exact same way. You do a really good job of that. And so I want to talk about referral secret number one is care. Referral secret number one is nothing more than being on the opposite side of perceived indifference. And Tara, share with me some of the things that you do to show up in people's lives, other than going out to dinner, having a drink with somebody, getting to know somebody, because there's only so much time in the day, right? You can't have a coffee with everybody.
No, definitely not. So some of those ways would be, obvious, not missing a happy anniversary, whether it's wedding or home anniversary, as well as birthdays. I also even track clients' pets' birthdays.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Like their dogs or cats, little things like that. And the other way I would say is simple gratitude calls.
Simple gratitude calls, just calling in to check in with no expectation of what you're getting is what you're saying.
Yeah. And full transparency, I'm typically making those gratitude calls when I'm having a bad day.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't do
when you're having
else.
when you're having a bad day, you typically reach out, shine some light on somebody else's life.
Yeah, just, 1 to 3 quick gratitude calls whenever, or let's say I have a deal fall apart in the middle of the day and I'm really, really upset. I literally will just, with the first person who pops in my mind, or just scroll through my phone and just call somebody and just tell them I appreciate them. And that's the only reason for my call.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, one of the best ways to make yourself feel good is to reach out in kindness and make somebody else feel good. It definitely is. I mean, I guess you can call it selfish. Like when I want to feel, it's so unselfish that it's selfish. So one of the things that I do that all the time too. And I also like drop greeting cards in the mail. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But like a lot of times I was just on the call with my financial advisor earlier, and I'm going to be training all of his Northwestern Mutual guys and on the system. And I told him some of the stuff that I was going to talk about today. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. Talk about those types of things, because, and I want to dive into that now. Like, people like, this is great. Lovey-dovey, loving other people, showing your care. I'm spinning plates. I'm a mom or I'm a dad. I have a family. I have this, I have that. And then there's all these different things that have to go to get a real estate transaction done. And not only you're trying to do one transaction, you're trying to do multiple transactions. So there's so much on your plate. And so if you don't have systems, things don't often get done. And also, one of the things that referral secret number 2, they talk about, number 1 is showing that you care. So take an audit of the people that are in your life, and you don't have to necessarily categorize them all in one box. Like, it's okay to kind of have like a weight on them. Like, for instance, there's certain people in your life, Tara, that you have to make sure that you stay on top of more so than others. There's those investor people. There's the people that you're making sure that you're not missing an anniversary. You're putting systems in place in your CRM to make sure. that you're doing that. You're reaching out to them from time to time. There's another people that refer you business that maybe not as much, but there's a good chance you're going to probably earn a deal or two with them over the course of the next year. And you want to make sure that you're staying in front of them. And then also you got a whole group of people you're trying to do a better job with of staying in touch, right?
Yes.
And so one of the things that I really like to do, and we're going to dive into AM cards in a second, referral secret number 2 is actually time blocking appreciation marketing.
Ooh.
Because if you don't schedule it, it's just not real. It doesn't get done.
If it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. And so what I would like you guys all to do right now, while we're on the call, is grab your calendar right now. Go open up your calendar. And I want you over the course of the next 7 days, pick one 20-minute time slot, 20 or 30 minutes. That's it. Just type it in and put appreciation marketing. And I'm going to give you a plan of what to actually do in that 20 or 30 minutes. And once you do it, you're going to realize I'm going to put 2 a week. Because if relationships really do matter in your business, it's a good investment to invest into people. Invest your time into people. It's one of the best investments that you can possibly make is back into your own database, like what you're talking about, Tara, making a phone call, sending somebody a card, showing up at the front doorstep with a little gift, inviting them to a client appreciation party, something. Always something. And that could be another whole topic for another day. But now I hope that you got a chance to write that down. And if you didn't, at least have a piece of paper and write it down and say, I'm going to add this to my calendar. In the next 7 days, I'm going to put that in there because relationships matter to me. Relationships matter to my business. Relationships matter to my family. So therefore, I'm going to make that investment into other people. It's the highest and best return that you can possibly do when you invest in people.
Yes. And I am a testament to that. We average 30 million a year and we've never paid for a lead before.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. All referrals, repeat business, and just loving on your people.
Your cost per acquisition is next to nothing.
Yeah. My marketing dollars are spent in gifts and items of value for clients and client appreciation events.
Wow. That is impressive. And
makes it easy.
Really
so it makes it really easy. Like when clients want to be able to get their things, like I have one client now, I got the photos back and I was like, the driveway and the fence look like crap. Oh my goodness. Hey, guess what? I'm going to send my guy over at my expense and I'm sending it over. Like that's because I don't have marketing. I don't have dollars that are paid for paying for leads. So I'm able to allocate money when clients need things fixed, we'll get them more money.
And this is something, a lot of this stuff you can do for little or no money whatsoever, like you said. So anybody that's just starting off in real estate or growing a real estate business, just know that investing back into time and money back into your database is the highest and best return. It's not going to Google. It's not going to Zillow. It's not, trying to all these leads or hammering the phones. It's back into your own database. And I have a couple of things that I'm going to share with you that you can do, whether you go to Walmart, Walgreens, or you use AM cards, things that you can do to unlock more doors and close more doors.
AM cards, let's be honest, makes it way easier.
It makes it way easier and it's more impactful. So you can make an impression or you can make an impact. And I always say, go for the impact, go for the thing that you go a little bit above and beyond and make it more personal. And so people challenge me on that. And they say, well, if it comes from the internet or it comes from the website, how do you make it personal? I'm going to show you exactly how you do it and also how people save them. They end up landing in people's baby books, or they land on the mantle. They put it in a frame. Very, very powerful, very, very powerful stuff. So time blocking. So back to that, referral secret number 2 is time blocking. And so that ties into referral secret number 1, which is caring. So if you're time blocking, you're forcing yourself to love on people and share with other people that you care. And now here's the other thing that you're going to do in that time blocking session. Now I want you to pull out your phone, or if you're on your computer, whatever, pull out your phone, go to Instagram or Facebook, whatever you prefer. And I want you to scroll down through until you hit something that is card worthy, that is greeting card worthy. Let's say that's one of your clients that you just happen to see just has their first grandbaby and they're holding the baby for the first time. Or you're scrolling down through and somebody just graduated high school and they have the cap and gown on. Or somebody just got promoted at work, or they just got their first listing maybe. And maybe you're recruiting other agents and you want to have other agents that are in your that you're staying in touch with and following up and adding value to it in hopes that maybe someday you end up working with them. You know, there's a lot of different recruiting ways that way too. So like what I did was I scrolled on through Facebook and I found a picture of a guy. He was cooking Father's Day. And I'm going to show you what I did. Now, when you find something that it's card worthy, here's what I forgot to tell you. I want you to screenshot it and email it to yourself. Screenshot it, email it to yourself, and you're not going to open up your emails until your time block. Because here's what's going to happen. You put it in your calendar, appreciation marketing, and then you show up at that time. It says, oh my gosh, I got to do my appreciation marketing right now. But if you don't have a plan, you're not going to do it. Something else is going to fill up that gap. Am I right?
Smart.
So now what you're going to do is when you show up, and it's better late than never. And they always say it's never too late to appreciate. I know it sounds corny. It's true.
It is.
It's true, right? But it's so important to do so. And another referral secret that I wasn't going to share today, but I'm going to share it real quickly, is that behavior rewarded is behavior repeated. So if somebody sends you a referral, make sure that you go above and beyond to reward the behavior of somebody sending you that referral. They went out of their way, you know, to send somebody your way. That's very important. It's extremely valuable. Now, if you don't reward that behavior, it's considered perceived indifference. So that means that you don't really care that they sent you that referral. So guess what? Another time comes around where somebody's looking to buy or sell a home, they might refer to a different realtor. And you know what's worse than them referring their friend or family to somebody else? It's the thousands and potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars that you missed out on a future repeat and referral business from that person.
That's the worst.
So if only that last 1 minute that I just shared is the only thing that you took out of this, then it's going to be a huge win for your future business and could potentially be tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra GCI for you and your family. Because just simply loving on the people, and that's not only saying, oh, thank you so much. Maybe you go as far as to send them a box of brownies with a card, or send an edible arrangement to their house, or go on Uber Eats and send them tacos to their family on a random Tuesday night or something. Is on me tonight. And Uber Eats shows up at the front door. Like those are the types of things that like they do not forget. And now they're going to go out of their way to be that salesperson for you because they love you.
Absolutely.
And those are a lot of different things that you can do right there. Like what sometimes that I do is I hop on my phone and go to Venmo or Cash App and find somebody and send them $10 and say, here, have a Starbucks on me. $5, like, you know, just thank you so much. Hey, happy birthday. Have a Starbucks on me today. And they get a notification. Curtis Lewsey just sent me $5. What? And then they see the memo. That's awesome. Like, you didn't take any time to do it. It's only $5, and like it could mean the world. And I've had people screenshot those before and post them on Facebook and be like, wow, this is a class act. Like, this is cool. You know,
it is a class act. And when you focus on the people, by focusing on the people, and when you take care of the people, the numbers will take care of themselves.
They will. And it's hard sometimes when you're in it because you're always looking for like, where's my next deal and all this. And then it's sometimes hard to slow down when you realize that by slowing down in these areas of your business will help you speed up tremendously. But the key to all of this is consistency. Because if you're doing it and then you're not doing it, and then you're doing it, and then you're not doing it, it really hurts your future repeat in your referral business. It really does. So that's one of the reasons why with AM cards, you can build in reminders, you can build in text message reminders, you can do that kind of stuff with the cards that you're sending. And we're going to jump into that in just a second, because referral secret number 3.
What is it? Drum roll, please.
Referral secret number 3 is really just standing out and being different. And in a world that we are so driven by technology, like I said before, being different is good. You know, like showing up in somebody's mailbox versus showing up in their inbox is the difference between being remembered and being deleted. And I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go into depth of that a little bit more because see, text messages and emails and Facebook messages, heck, if it's somebody's birthday, don't show up on their wall. I mean, when it's my birthday, I tell you what, like I get hundreds of messages because you get back what you send out, right? So I'm sending birthday messages every single day. And oftentimes I do it the day before because I want to stand out. And be different. But when you post on somebody's wall, is it really about you or is it about somebody else seeing that you wish that person a happy birthday? Like some people let ego get in the way. Show up in their inbox, show up in their mailbox, show up in a text message. Those types of things make more of an impression. You want to make an impact, show up in their mailbox and be different. You know, that used to be so old school and pretty much everybody used to do it. But now with technology taking over, they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so kind of marrying high tech with high touch, but then also layering on some automation to it. And I'm going to share with you here how you can do some things to actually earn some business in the next 30 days, like legitimate. I have people calling me that I had no idea they were looking to sell or looking to buy or grab another investment property. And I have some stories behind that as well, because referral secret number 3 is greeting cards. And like, whether you use my product, which obviously I'm biased, of course, I love my product. We built it because I saw a tremendous need. I wrote the book, Appreciation Marketing, How to Achieve Greatness Through Gratitude.
Great book.
It was a national bestseller in 2009. And years later, I realized that after all these seminars that I'm doing, if there's not a simple, easy, and effective way to be able to do it, people are not doing it. They leave my seminars all excited and they have a lot of great tips and tricks on what they can do, but then it never gets done. So a couple of key takeaways here from this that I want you to take away is number 1, schedule and time block appreciation marketing. So you can love on and care for people. And that was referral secret number 1. And then do it in an impactful way, which is referral secret number 3, and do it with greeting cards. And so I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to send the card that I talked to you before, how this guy was making steaks on his grill. Well, I saw back a few weeks ago that for the first time he went and played Frisbee golf. Have you ever played Frisbee golf, Tara?
No.
It's all over South Florida, by the way.
I played Frisbee beer pong.
Even better.
On the sandbar.
Well, Aladdin and I, when we were playing down Frisbee golf, the loser had to carry the backpack full of beers from hole to hole. And so that was like, we loaded up and then we went out and played, and it was a blast first. And then we got addicted. We went all the time, addicted to the golf, not the alcohol. And so then we, and so I saw this guy post it, and he's a coach. He travels around the country and coaches and with real estate agents. And he's also runs an office as well. And so he's a really good guy to know because he opens up doors. He's always inviting me on a podcast, or he's doing this because I'm staying in touch with him. So I want to send him a card right now. And I want to show you this, just a simple act, takes a couple of minutes and a couple of bucks that he will not forget. And so I'm going to share my screen right now. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So with AM cards, you can log in on your computer, your phone, and you can send cards. Simple as that. So we have hundreds and hundreds of different cards in here. Like, I appreciate you, just checking in. Just for the record, you're awesome. I love that card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this card right here, which is blank, and put my own picture on it. So I'm going to add a photo. This is what he posted. That's what he posted on Facebook. And so I was like, wow, that looks good for somebody that eats meat. And then I'm going to put this, I Google imaged Frisbee golf. So I Google imaged Frisbee golf and I put that on the inside. Now you can add a message. And so I can put in here, Matt.
Not only am I inviting myself for some Frisbee golf, I am coming to your house.
Okay, so I'm gonna write some more on that. But then also watch this. I can also insert first name. So whatever's in the first name field will automatically be printed there. Okay. And then I can change, I can put the color on there. Hit done. Change this. Look how easy this is. And that looks like a handwriting font, but you can also take an iPad and you can write your message right on the screen if you want to.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that now.
Yeah, you can do that. You can add your signature on there as well. You can change the background color if you want. Now, I'm not sure if I have this on here or not, but you can also change the back. Okay, this is our friend Barry Jenkins. This is what his branding looks like on the back of the AM cards, which is cool, right? So you can do a lot of fun stuff like that. I'll just leave it as AM cards. We can attach gifts. So we have Starbucks.
I love the brownies. The brownies
are absolutely delicious. Why not? I'll send them a box of brownies. And then I'm going to also do a search. Boom, their address drops in there, hit send card, and that card will be printed tomorrow, stuffed in an envelope, actually, and then paired up with a box of 6 gourmet fudge brownies, and it will be mailed out. So something super simple and easy to do. Now,
and I think that took, not to interrupt you, I think that took like less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would say 2 minutes, and the $2 as well. And I'm going to go over the pricing on this because I have a special for you. Typically, we have a $295 one-time investment to set things up, but I have a direct link that will waive the entire $295 that I'm going to share. Actually, if you want to share it in the notes or in the chat room, you can share it now, but I'm going to go over a little bit more details because it guarantees you wholesale pricing with having a membership, but then we actually bonus 20 cards a month. So we give you 20 cards a month that you can use. And what's great is that if you don't use them all, they roll over every month for an entire year. So sometimes people send it, you can use the credits to send the brownies and all that stuff. So I'll go over it in a minute. But also, I want to share with you this because we have what's called drip campaigns. And you can set it up like a FSBO for sale by owner or birthday drip campaign, anniversary. But how about a new client drip campaign? So, or a post sale, just close on a home. If you just closed on a home, you can click on this one right here and you can quickly send it to somebody really easily. So I can send this all 5 of these cards, which is an anniversary of them closing on their home. So it's 360 days later. It's a Happy New Year card, a referral card that says, I want to thank you so much in advance for always thinking of me when somebody's looking to buy or sell a home. There's a birthday card that automatically goes out 5 to 7 days before their birthday. And then there's also a thank you for your business that goes out immediately. So these 5 cards would immediately send. So I can just go in here and find the contact and send it. Or look at this. Sarah. Watch how simple this is. I have a contact in here, and all I have to do is the anniversary of the sale of the home is the 7th. February 6th is their birthday, and this is a new client. So if it's a new client, I just add them to this group, hit save, and guess what happens? 5 cards are automatically sent. So I'm going to go in the history, and it'll say thank you for the business, a birthday card. They get a Thanksgiving card, a Happy New Year card, and a referral card.
All by the click of one button.
Yeah, so all 5 cards. And by the way, we have a team of people that help you. If you have any questions, we have a video that walks you step by step how to do this. Now, I want to share with you also another thing that we had a customer do. And let's see, I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to pull up this right here. So we had a customer one time. So we have set it and forget it campaigns. But this right here is kind of cool. So this is how you can earn some business right now. We have a bunch of different cards that you can send out to your database. We have different scripts that can go inside the cards as well. Like for instance, and you can edit them. So for instance, let's say that you just sold a home in this community and it's the highest price per square foot that's ever happened in that community. You can put together a personal card and send it quickly out to the top 100 people that are in your database. Or you can then grab the data of the homes that are in that area, owner occupied, and send out a quick card. So you can design the card in minutes. We can even help you. You just attach the card to a list and boom, it gets sent out immediately. So here's one that says, I'll sell your home quickly and for top dollar. I shit you not. And we had an agent send this out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They sent it out to about 150 people in their database. It was their personality. It may not be your personality, and that's okay. You can find a card that fits your personality. This kind of humor works for him. And so he sent it out, and he had people take pictures of the card and post it on social media. He also had people saying, I didn't get that card. Can you add me to your list or whatever? He had people say, where's my card? These cards, guys, they lead to conversations, and conversations lead to opportunities, and opportunities lead to closed business. I'm going to say that again. These cards, they lead to conversations. Do you think that when I sent that card with the stake on the front, that Matt's going to call me and say, dude, that was awesome. Yeah, can't wait for you to come out and play some Frisbee golf. And God, yes, stakes. Loser buys the stakes. You know, again, something's going to happen where then we're going to get talking about business, talking about life. And, oh, you know what, Curtis, I have somebody that you should meet, or I'm going to do the same thing for him, connecting people. So that's something that I want to share with you, that there's always good things that come out of when you're sending out without expectation of trying to get something in return. I was a realtor years ago. I sold a few homes and I realized how much energy goes into it. And if you're not all in, get out. That was me personally. And so I was like, I'd rather support the real estate profession than be half in and half out. So I actually drove by this listing. It was a for sale by owner. I took this picture because I knocked on their door and it was a tenant that lived there. I saw it listed on Zillow. I went there. It was in my sister's community. Found out they were the tenant. Went back to the property appraisers or the tax records, I guess it was. And then I found the address of the homeowner. I took a picture, put it and sent it to them. And on the inside of the card was very simple. This is how you can get business right now, guys, is that you can send cards to your database and then you can follow up with greeting cards, or I'm sorry, follow up with phone calls. So you send the cards and we have a script. And at the end, it says in there, I just want to thank you so much in advance for always thinking of me. I'll catch up with you soon. I'll give you a call. They're a lot of times reaching out to you even quicker, and you'll have opportunities. And especially when you share or highlight something that's happened in the market where you're adding value to them. Okay. Now I sent this card to this homeowner and I said, all I did was say, in the inside of the card, I know what it's going to take to sell your home. Let's have a conversation. And I put my cell phone. He texted me. We set up a call and I listed this property. It was $650,000 listing at the time. Who knows how much it's worth now. But at the time it was $650,000. And I listed it, get this, 10 days after passing my Florida state exam.
Wow.
So 10 days into being licensed realtor, I landed this listing. I double-ended another deal because I sent a few cards. Here's like a simple hello card that we sent that, let me see, actually, I wanted to show you something else here. Baby, somebody has a baby, put the baby on the front and send them the card. Don't even talk about business. Don't leave the whole bottom on PS, the greatest compliment in the world is a warm referral, or, oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Because when you're sharing appreciation and gratitude and you mix it with trying to ask for something, it comes across as being, it doesn't come across as being genuine, does it?
No, not at all.
No, now, Tara, if I sent you a birthday card and said happy birthday, and at the bottom, PS, the greatest compliment in the world is a warm referral. Oh, by the way, who else do you know that needs to send cards? It's not a warm and fuzzy. And in chapter 5 of our book, Appreciation Marketing, it's called Chocolate Frosted Dog Crap. It's like putting frosting on dog crap and calling it chocolate cake. It's just not. You know, it doesn't land with a warm and fuzzy. It's disingenuine. It's not authentic. And it ends up going in the garbage. And we call it sending out poopaganda.
Did you say propaganda?
Poopaganda, yeah, not propaganda. We saw poopaganda, sending out crap. And so the whole idea is to earn referrals is to talk about what I talked about before, is why is it that handyman, the painter, and your lender immediately come to mind when you love to refer business to them? Now, I guarantee they're never going to send you something that says, oh, Tara, oh, by the way, I need 3 more clients this month to be able to reach my quota. Can you send them over? You know, very, very few people would actually do something like that. They've had to add, like, it just doesn't come across as being authentic. This is funny. This is a guy that he was in charge of a nationwide training program, and he coached tens of thousands of agents through his coaches. And he picked me up on his private plane and flew me to an event that he was training at. And he invited me to come speak on appreciation marketing. And I sold AM cards there. And after I sent him this card, he posted on Facebook years later, like a couple years later. Remember this memory? He still had it. It was sitting on his mantle. But I also found out what tequila him and his wife like, and you can only get it in a certain region. So like I ordered it and had them have it like for the holidays a couple of years ago, because it was something I wanted to go above and beyond and do something different. My industry, I can do something. Obviously, you guys, you have a certain amount that you guys can spend legally, right? Here's something that I want to share with you too. And then I'm going to go back to a couple more things that you can do now to earn some more business. If you see somebody that loses one of their best friends, right? This, for anybody who's lost a pet, you know, like the heart-wrenching feeling of losing a pet. It's a family member. And so I took this picture. This was years ago, one of my best friends in Denver, Colorado. And I put, "Thanks you for an amazing life, Mom and Dad." And I put the Rainbow Bridge poem in the inside. And then I wrote the message, I didn't write it from me. I wrote it from their dog. "Mommy and Daddy, where do we begin? Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for always finding time to play with me. And thank you for giving me scratches. I'm still here to listen to all of your ideas, sorrows, and happy times. I'm still here for you. You're the best mommy and daddy a four-legged friend can have." And I signed the name from the dog and I sent it to them. When they opened it up, they knew it was from me because I've sent them a couple cards before in the past. They were bawling when they called me. And this card is in like the keepsake box of like pictures and stuff. And like, they said, "Curtis, that card meant the absolute most to us." And I love doing this kind of stuff because I know how much impact it has on the receiving end. And ironically, she referred me one of the top 10 medical doctors in the country in a specific niche. And he sends out 200 boxes of brownies a month.
Wow.
So like, I don't do this because I was trying to get business. I was doing this to try to be genuine and authentic. And then that's what ends up happening. But here's what we talk about here. Is that there's never enough time, and I want to even throw money. There's never enough time and money to do everything, but there's always enough time and money to do what's most important. And so I challenge you and I ask you, if relationships are important to you, then take the time, number one, to invest in time blocking in your schedule, appreciation marketing. And anybody who's on here tonight, or anybody who signs, I'm going to give you guys all a free copy of my audiobook if you would like to get started with AM cards. And here's how you can do it. So the AM cards for business, $295 one time, and the system is yours for life. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to completely waive that if you'd like to sign up today. I'm going to give you a direct link that's live, and it will waive the $295 and only enroll you for $39 a month. $39 a month gives you wholesale pricing, which the cards are only $2 each. How much are the cards at the stores these days?
A lot more than $2, that's for sure.
And how much are the stamps these days? It's 55 cents. So that $2 is including the 55 cents. All right. And we are going to bonus 20 cards. It's not on the slide, but we're going to bonus in your account enough credits to send 20 cards a month that are good for 12 months. The credits roll over. So I want to make it a complete no-brainer. So for somebody who invests in an appreciation marketing strategy like this, you can also use your credits to send the brownies. It pays for the postage too. The campaigns, personal branding. Now, if you want to send a Starbucks gift card, use your credit card on file. But the credits are good for the cards and the postage and a few different gifts that we have. You can also do personal branding, and I'm still going to honor no contracts and no commitments. So I want to make it a no-brainer. So there's a website that I set up that goes directly to a link that you will not find on amcards.com. So if for whatever reason you signed up at amcards.com and already signed up, you have to reach out to us because we have to manually waive the $295. Or you can wait and you can go on the website and pay the $295. I'll welcome that. But the $39 is amcards39.com. You're going to have access to that. And now I want to go back to a couple more things that you guys can do to actually earn some more business. Here's a fun one. They lost their first tooth, so I sent it from the Tooth Fairy. I did this for my niece the first time, and it was such a huge hit that my niece, who's actually just turned 12, when she was 6, I sent her a card. She brought it to school, and all the other kids were wondering why the Tooth Fairy didn't send them a card.
That's
so
cute. You're
really
lots
cute.
Of ideas, Curtis. Lots of ideas.
So many different things that you can do and have fun and stuff like that. Now, I also sent there's a real estate coach. Her name is Amber here in Florida. Love and her. I sent her daughter a card from Cinderella. And I did it in the room with 120 real estate agents in there. And I posted on Facebook, like literally a couple of days later, that when they got the card and the brownies. And I had like 37 people sign up for AM cards because of that post. I didn't ask for it. I just did it because I thought it was really cool and it was fun to show the power of what you can do here. When you do this kind of stuff as a real estate agent, realize that other people are watching you. And if they're not clicking like and they're not commenting, other people are seeing the way that you're interacting with your customers. And it gives that kind of social proof and they want to be a part of that. Does that make sense, Tara?
Definitely. It makes complete sense.
And so there's another couple of things that I did too. Like one of the things is like we have in our system, I'm actually should probably bring up AM cards and show you. So we have a real estate section and we have scripts. So you can send some of these campaigns out and it solicits business like right away. And everybody's personality is a little different. So you might want to tweak and edit. Well, we have a team of people that would be happy to help you, set up these campaigns. You set it and forget it. So I'll give you an example. There is this card in our system that says 14 ways. Let's see, where is it? I know if I go to the real estate section, it'll be right there right away. So I set up a drip campaign for FSBOs and no, it's got to be here someplace. Is this it?
Well, the 65 ways to.
Yeah, the 65 ways to help your home, to sell your home. Like, yeah, we have a bunch of really good ones in here. I'm trying to figure out where the first one is. But anyway, there's like 14 safety tips every for sale by owner needs to read. And if you read them, it scares the crap out of, and I'll find it and I'll make sure that you guys have access. But here's it will say like, don't park your car in the driveway because somebody could block you in. You leave the back door unlocked in case you have to escape. This is going to a for sale by owner, so it scares the crap out of them. And it says, don't let your kids be in the house when there's a showing. If somebody knocks on your door, do not show them the house. Make sure you get their information. Hide all your pill bottles. Walk behind them as they're walking through the house. So all this stuff, and I actually sent that to a for sale by owner. So the first card I sent was a screenshot of their house on Zillow, back when I don't know if that was legal or not. But I put that on the card and I put sold. And then the second card I sent was 14 safety tips every for sale by owner needs to read. And they got that card and the wife called me and made me talk to the husband because it was the one that somebody knocked on the door and let them in. The husband just let him in and was all excited because there was somebody that might want to buy it. It all worked out fine. It was okay. But when they read the card, they were like, what if it wasn't okay? There was my two kids were in the house. And so that made them worry a little bit and they hired me and I double-ended that deal. And then right after I had 3 other cards go out as well. It was a 3-part series of 65 ways to help homes sell faster, like polish the door handle and, clean your sidewalks, a bunch of different things that could help. And so you just brand the back of the card and set it up on a drip campaign that we already have set up. And boom, it goes out for sale by owners. I think my average was 1 out of every 27 for sale by owners. I ended up winning. And you know what? It didn't take me that much time and energy to really do this. I plugged in their information. I sent it. I followed up with a text message and I got like 4 or 5 listings in the matter of a couple of months by just as a little side thing. And the ROI was huge. So it's just a little something that you can do to try to earn some business and be different and show up in their mailbox. Everybody else is sending them text messages and calling them and harassing them. And you send a greeting card, is a little bit non-intrusive. It shows up and the right personality will reach out. This is one Barry sends out a lot, Nacho Average Realtor. He likes that one. And then there's also cards by Barry too. So if you go in the cards section.
He has some cute ones too.
Yeah, there's cards by Barry Jenkins. You can look at those ones too. Like, when your neighbors see how much I'll sell your home for. Like we have these, and look at, he already wrote the inside of the card. Your neighbors will be amazed how much we sell your home for, boom, 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 boom. Just add your signature to it, put your branding on the back, and then your website, your information, and send it on out. And again, we can help you with that. But there's all kinds of cards that are already designed for you to get some business now and to start those conversations sooner. So whether it's for sale by owners, whether it's an open house, follow-up, whether it is also somebody you just got done with closing a deal and you had a referral, send out those cards, but also the community too, sending out a cards for an open house. Or we actually have a person in South Florida. Believe it or not, I forgot her name and I have it in my notes, but I want to share this because she's in a community that they can't door knock. It's illegal. And then she's also, she lives in a high rise, and then she has her family that lives in a place where you cannot door knock. So she talks about two different ones. This high rise on the beach in West Palm Beach. And believe it or not, when postcards are sent there to solicit business, they're thrown away. It's illegal, but they get thrown away. It's like their postmen are not supposed to throw it away, but it gets dumped in the trash before it even goes in their mailbox. Financial advisors, real estate agents, all that. You probably know that, right, Tara? Yep. A lot of these high rise, and these high rise, they back in the day, a couple of years ago, they're starting at 750. So I'm sure that they're well over $1 million, every single one of them now. Here's what she did. She sent a card to everybody for a broker's open that lived there. Because they had a first class postage stamp, it got delivered. And that worked as invitation. And she actually earned a couple of listings. One was 800,000. And then she had another buyer. She ended up closing like $2.5 million of real estate in a couple of months from sending out that one. And so now she stays in touch and gives them updates on what's happening in the whole high rise that she's a part of, that she lives there. And so just by staying in touch with them, she became the go-to for that entire building. And anytime she had a lot of looky-loos, people just interested to see what other people are doing, but it was an opportunity for her to meet people that lived there.
No, I love that.
Awesome. And so she would put, hors d'oeuvres and all this kind of, she would highlight that, do prizes and giveaways and all that kind of good stuff. She loved that. But I thought that she goes, Curtis, don't be sharing my secret weapon with everybody. And I'm like, well, they don't know what high rise you're in. They don't know this. But I'm like, I'll share it from time to time. But that's just an outside the box way that you can earn some business like quickly and be different than everybody else.
Definitely. And I love the part too, is like how simple that you make it, and just reminding people that behavior rewarded is behavior repeated. So if you're rewarding these people, you're going to get more business just naturally. And if you don't, after a few times and you don't feel appreciated, then maybe you don't want them in your database anyways.
That's a good point. So just in recapping, guys, number one, show up in the people's lives of the way that you show up, or the way that other people show up in your lives that you love to give business to, so think about that, and then sending out that positive energy. So like the referral secret number one is making sure that you show that you care. And number two is time blocking, making sure that you actually do it. And number three, do it in an impactful way. And yes, phone calls are impactful. I like slide dial because sometimes I'll just slide dial somebody and leave a voice message. It goes directly to their voice message, but they get to hear my voice and I get to share something. Oh, I was just driving down the highway. I saw a billboard at Orlando City Soccer Club and it just thought of you. I hope things are going great. You had a great Father's Day. Just checking in. We got to catch up sometime soon. Those things, you'd be amazed at how many times you do that. And the very next day, I've been meaning to call you. I want to buy investment property. Or I've been meaning to call you because I'm thinking about selling, or I have a friend of mine at work that's having a baby. And I said, they have to come to you. But then if there's a gap there, that there's an opportunity that somebody else could slip in and earn that business. So staying in front of people and doing it in an impactful way is super, super powerful. So refer amcards.com, amcards39.com. And then the other thing is, if you want to go check out referralsecrets.com, I did put together a little video that I send people to. And they can, and that same offer I put on that website, referralsecrets.com.
Well, if no one's told you today, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you, because you just give so much value and you're sincerely here to help us. And I know how many tools that you have as well through AM Cards for others to be able to use the systems and whatnot. And I wrote a few things. My foster baby just took my pen. I wrote a few things down too, so I got some gems. So I appreciate you very much.
You're welcome. And thank you so much. And thank you, Tristan. I know he'll probably go back and watch it, as well as Tessa. Jake, thank you so much for all your help. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.